bless the land, build God's house. The time is now. Elevate TV, advancing kingdom lifestyle.
Account 10. Good morning. This is Wednesday edition of the Morning Digest 2026. This is our first Wednesday edition, and we are so glad to have you on board, and we're so blessed to just know that you're watching Elevate. And this year we want to ask you, as we begin the year, that you would take time to go to our social media handles and engage with us this year. Above all, that you will be part of our just follow the links there so that we can be able to give you prompts as fast as possible. Immediately we are putting up some of his programs. And I would also want to request you this year, those things that you feel that we could talk about, that you would send them on our social media sites and also on the numbers on your screen. You can suggest and say, this year I would want to hear this or that. And because on Wednesday we talk about opportunities, we talk about business, we talk about many things, so bring out your idea that we can work with it and talk more on this matter. But today, you know the drill. I want to remind you the drill is that the link is already out. The link is already out on Facebook, on YouTube. All the socials are out there. Please let's pick them up and let's be part of the program today, and then we shall be able to be part of the program. And as we do this, remember this, my guest here today is available for just let's talk online. Put up your question put up your question and your contribution so that we can build a conversation together. My guest is not a stranger. This is one of the men. He has succeeded to be always the first person in the first program of the year for many years, for several, how many times? I think two times now.
2 or 3 now.
And we're so grateful to have Coach 𝗧𝗛𝗘 in the house. This man is one of those men I love, and I like him with my heart. And he's part of the Elevate. He's part of this family. And we believe that he has something, and that's why we bring him on. And we believe that he has a way to help us in our way, we are going to be planning the year. But I want to invite you, Coach. Karibu 2026.
Asante sana. Thank you for the
nasikia watu wanasema Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year is still valid till April.
April ifike.
First quarter.
That's beautiful. Please introduce yourself for those who don't know you, then we can kick it off.
For those who don't know me, I am Albert 𝗧𝗛𝗘. I'm an executive leadership coach, and I love life and I love seeing people grow. My basic mission in life is to see people grow in every area of life so they can lead well, because all of us deserve to be led well.
Wow, amazing to hear that. Coach, today we decided with you that we're going to have the year on paper. So I hope everybody has a pen and a paper, the year on paper. And just to help us to organize the year, I know we should have had this last week, and we want to apologize that last week we wouldn't have the program because of technicalities that came up last minute, and we apologize for that. And we had advertised, and so we have brought that program today so that we can be able to just be able to talk together and find how we can plan the year together. But Coach said something off camera. He said we should have done that last year.
Yes.
Now I want us to talk for the person who never did it last year,
Yes.
and he's still or she's still out here and wondering what should I do with this whole year.
This whole year. So where do you start?
I just want you to first just throw a kicker.
So I think I like to use a story or a picture. Have you been to a wedding where you get to the cake part and they say now bring the cake matron, and they're talking all that and cutting? Then when they cut, you see people coming with baskets with what are called pre-packed cakes.
Yes.
And they hand out to different people. I know some of us still think, no, I want that one, that one, another one to be cut.
Yeah.
But whenever you go to a wedding where there are pre-packs, it means someone sat down and asked, how long do you want the time of the cakes session to go? And how many people do we anticipate? And how long will it take for this that we are cutting to get to the last person at the back before we say, okay, let's pray for the gifts and so on? If you look at your life like a wedding event, how are you pre-packing your days? Because if you think in terms of this part is just one part of your life. You still have several years ahead, you have several years past. If you think of this section of your year like the cake part of the wedding, this year is the most exciting part of the year. This is what you have.
Yes.
How are you pre-packing so that you can be able to say, table number 2 is getting 10 cakes, table number 3 is getting 5, table number 7 is getting 2, table number, and make sure everyone gets. How do you pre-pack things so that you know when you get to table 2, they are there? And that's what planning for the year needs to become. And the reason I say right now you're late is because you're already here. You're late in that sense, but you still can catch up. So I like to make it as a habit of mine. I've made it a habit of mine. By October, November, I've already pre-packed my year.
Okay.
So that I get into, for me, December 31st, January 1st is just another shift of days. It's like September 31st, November 1st, October 1st. It's just like another day.
Yes.
But it has some significance. So some significance because there's a year change. So the question to think about is, what are the things you need to pre-pack? So that you literally put it, I've packed this is going to happen in April. I've packed this is going to happen in June. I've packed this is going to happen in October. I've packed this is going to happen in January. So that when you get there, the packs are there. And you just do. You get to that much, you just do. And then you also realize, if I know this is what I'm going to do, I'm going to climb a mountain in October. You know you won't show up in October. You will start preparing as early as now, exercise and getting to know the prize and everything.
Wow. I think, listening to you is always very fun, the way you put it up at wedding, pre-packs. Let me throw this and ask you, as I pre-pack the year and as I plan the things that I want to find ahead of me, I think, what kind of mindset should I be having? I was listening to somebody and he said, you need to unlearn some things for you to learn and to be able to do the new things. What are some of the things, just a blank point that you would find and say, these are some of the things you need to stay away as you plan the year?
So
And by the way, do I need to go to Bahamas so that I can plan the
It will be good. It's not a bad idea. So the things I would say, let me start with the things I believe you need to have. Is first you need to have an open heart. An open heart, a heart willing to learn. A heart willing to accept that what you've done has not worked. Because that's the first thing you have to accept. You know, I like the way when I do leadership training, I come and tell someone, you know, even the Bible got to a point, Joshua was told, Moses, my servant, is dead. Yes, last year is dead. It's finished. You can't go pick it up. So now what's your next?
Yeah.
So having a desire to learn afresh, even do the same thing again, but with a new mindset, a new way of thinking. Second, you have to be willing to stretch yourself.
So a new heart, a new way
mind,
of thinking.
A new way of thinking. Because if your mind is not transformed, is not changed, you can't change.
Yeah.
Regardless of how many scriptures and how much fun you like, it cannot happen. Because your mind will always default to what you want. So the thing is, once you have a heart willing to change, a mind willing to change, now it's your hands that need to be given something to do. So a lot of times I find, you know, there's actually a second, it's called the second Friday of every year, second Friday of January. It's called the 𝗧𝗃𝗘
Oh, second Friday of the year is...
No, we celebrate 𝗪𝗠𝗪𝗔𝗔. There's a 𝗧𝗃𝗘.
Okay.
Second Friday of January.
Of January. That's
when most people just realize the goals are not, I can't do this.
So tumetoka hapo?
No, yes, tulipita ilikuwa last Friday.
Sijatoka hapo.
So now most people, unfortunately, are now running this week without goals. Because they realize, I don't know what I ate. But you need to be able to have a heart that is willing to change, a mind willing to shift, then give your hands something to do so that you don't quit. And that's why the pre-pack works, because you know this is what I'm supposed to do. This is what I'm supposed to do. And this is what I will do and do and do and then get there.
You know, I'm just wondering, you know, I know you are like, your plan, you know, your plan is ever full, you know. My question again comes into this place. What if I didn't finish some things I wanted to finish, and it's realistic, I didn't finish, and I needed to finish last year? Should they also be pre-packed? And I'm talking on behalf of people.
Yes.
Yeah. So there are things I really wanted to achieve last year. They were not achieved, and I still feel they need to be achieved.
Yes, so when you have things, whether you achieve them or not, even the ones you achieved, you need to review them.
Okay.
If you achieved it, the question should be, why did it work? Because you learn from what worked. If you didn't achieve it, why didn't it work? Then you're able to review and say, okay, since it didn't work, this is what made it not work. Is it something that I can change? Is it something that I can avoid? Because there are times that you will want to do something next year or this year, not because you didn't manage last year, it's because possibly last year wasn't the right time to do it. And maybe there was something you wanted to do last year, but in all honesty, you are not the one supposed to do it. When you review is when you realize, no, this one needed to have been with this person to do it, or I needed to have, it wasn't for me to do. I just put it there, it just sounded nice. You know, I give an example of if you spend even a small amount of time on social media, you'll find certain things become like a theme that you find yourself, you also want to do the same. Then you'll put it on your plan because you didn't have a plan. Then you realize, after you've done it for some while, you realize, hey, that's not what I should have done. Then you realize I also find that sometimes that I go back and I realize this thing that I wrote last year is actually what I should have done and it should have worked.
Wow.
But I ran with something. But when I review, I realize I should have just stuck to the original plan. And making a plan is not as complicated as some of us make it. I think that's why I like pictures. I remember I was talking to a good friend of mine at the time I was preparing for marriage, and I told him, you know, if you look at marriage and preparation for marriage as a big event as people talk, then you'll be stressed. But if you look at it in terms of like a trip to Mombasa, then your wisdom will be, ask someone who has been to Mombasa, how do you go to Mombasa? He'll tell you, okay, you'll pass Imaramol, you'll pass Syokimau, you'll pass Mlolongo, you'll pass. And then there'll be a point you'll get in Voi where it looks like this road is not ending. But you will get to Mombasa. And the environment and the feel in the car will be different. That person has been on that road enough to tell you what to expect. But you are just seeing the end only, you're not seeing the steps. So when you get to Mlolongo and you find there's jam, you won't be stressed because you are told Mlolongo tends to have jam. And that's one of the things we tend to forget, especially as believers. You start the year knowing this is the greatest year God has made for me.
Yes.
True. And then, how will it be great? So every month you're praying, God, let me see your word come true. Let me see your true. Yes, and then, so by November you're wondering, Lord has not come through. I heard someone preach and say that there are two people in the world today, both are believing for 100,000 shillings. There's one who is praying every day for 100,000 shillings, and there's the other one who is saving 10,000 every month. In October, 10 months later, who will have the 100,000?
Yeah.
One will be saying, God didn't come through. One will be saying, my plan worked. Doesn't mean that God doesn't work without a plan. Someone could work it out. But I like to say, there is this thing called the Pareto principle, 80%, 20%. If you find something working 80% to the people, 80% of the people, before you think you will be one of the 20%, or even let's make it the exceptions, it's like 5% of the population are an exception, even sometimes 1%. Before you think you will be one of the 1% exceptions, first put yourself in the 90%.
Where it's working.
Where it's what is presently working or failing. Put yourself there in that 90. Then figure out what is making these ones not work, what's making these ones work, and then move.
Wow. Wow. I think you need to be a very contemplative guy. The question of values, aligning that plan with values.
Yes.
Because I think the plan can be there. It's great, and you have put it down, and values.
Yes. So let me now make it naitwanga vitu kwa ground. How you put it on paper. The first thing you list out are what are most important to you. I have come to a point in my later part of my life where I am still beginning to ask myself whether this thing called work, life, work, balance is a myth. Because sometimes there are some seasons you will be so involved with your family that your work seems to fail, or so involved in your work. Is that a balance or not a balance? That is a discussion for another forum or another place. But the most important thing I find is that my life is, if I'm not here,
Yeah.
everything I'm planning, everything I'm wishing for, everything I'm praying for doesn't happen. So the first thing is to ask myself, what are the primary things that I value? Write them down. Family, myself, my family, my faith, the things I believe are important. Where are they? Those should be the first things you pre-pack. Like for example, this year, one of the things I walked into the year realizing is that I have not been visiting my siblings as often as I can or I would want to. And So one of the things I have pre-packed is specific days, specific weeks, specific Saturdays across my year that are noted as visits.
Am I part of those guys?
Yours, you know where yours is. Nani wewe ndio umeweka. Then I have values. For example, I value, one of my top values is my faith.
Yes.
And my commitment to serve in the house of God.
Yes.
So my Sundays are, on my chart for the year, my Sundays are taken.
Wow.
Because I am serving somewhere.
Wow.
Because I know that's where I tap in all the principles I live by, all the life I have, all the leadership is in that. I got it there. So I hold it. Then I have my time with I'm not giving in a list,
yes,
I'm just giving examples.
Yeah.
Another high priority is my relationship with my wife. On my calendar, every Tuesday, I've even said it now on camera, it is there.
Yeah.
My time with my children. I have a son who has just gone into adulthood, now is 19 this year. So my time with him is now scheduled. Why am I saying? Because those are the things now you put in your, as a first big things you put there.
Yes.
What you value, what is important. Then you can look at what are the things that make me money.
Wow.
And put them there.
I hope you're writing. I hope somebody is writing that.
Someone is writing.
I'm talking to you guys online. Yeah, because what is important
to you,
to
start
you,
with you.
You, yeah.
Then you go to what makes you money.
What makes you money?
You know, that's a very controversial part of life, but it is true, because the Bible says money answereth all things.
What makes me money?
And usually your biggest stress in life is financial.
Yes.
Then is when you can add, the third level would be anything else.
Okay.
The other things, fun, you want to do. So there are certain things you must put on your calendar, your pre-pack, your different months. Which events are you going for? Which people are you visiting? Which people are you avoiding? Is another thing. Then how are you making money regularly? Whether it is your work, whether it's your business, whether it's your career, because somewhere in that needs to be there. How are you developing yourself? If you're going to enroll on a course, when are you intending to do it? How long does it take? Because your year should not be a surprise.
Wow. As we plan the year, because I know the time for a break is coming, I want you to touch on something about ability to, we are living in what you call a volatile environment. Things are changing. I was talking to some IT guys the other day. I'll actually be going to a launch of an IT product. And this guy was telling me every single day something is being launched in the IT world, daily. And these things are being launched to sort out or to solve problems that we have, or to help, in certain areas. The same out here. Life is, we are living in a world that is always changing, planning. What is a place of that aspect of understanding that we are in these times, looking awareness that we are in a shifting world? Somebody called it reading the times. Where does it come into the plan?
This is another picture. If you ever sail on a boat in the ocean, I think that's when you'll realize your life is not even a problem.
Yes.
Shifting sands to just a few minutes, it is calm, everything, and then a storm shows up. But your safety is not in your ability to know when the wave will change. The
storm will show up.
Your safety is in knowing you have a boat that can withstand it. If you have a plan that you know, the safety of this plan is that 80 to 90% of this plan, if I just live with this plan, I'll get to destination Mombasa. or if it's a boat, your Mombasa to Zanzibar, if your boat is not set, you have a problem. It doesn't even need a big storm. But if your boat is set up, your plan is set up that you know that there are certain things within this plan that are my everyday routines. You see, the plan is just a plan you can even put on the calendar.
Yes.
But the workings of that plan depend on you having routines that keep you going. That ship is kept because of routine maintenance. And those are the things we don't like because they are boring.
Yes.
Habits are boring. And those are the things that keep you in the state that you need to be in. There's a scripture that keeps me every time I want to do something new. But there's a scripture that the one that says there's nothing new under the sun. What was will be done again.
Yes.
And a lot of times we think something has radically changed. Possibly just the speed. Now you're in a boat going faster. Now we're in a period of life that things are going faster.
Yeah.
So it feels like things are changing faster, but it's just things are going faster.
But the boat is the same boat.
The boat is the boat, and it is going faster. But if you do not have a plan, you will find yourself this time next year listening to us again that you didn't make a plan.
Wow.
And that's one of the things. I was having a conversation with someone, and we realized that a lot of even what we are finding right now as new inventions or the tech is going fast, engineer is going fast, you'll find that a lot of it happened 10, 15 years ago. But at that point, no one was able to see it, and there was no way of fast hastening in the steps.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing.
Just speed.
Yes, because, for example, does it mean our faith has slowed down?
No.
Because you're not praying faster now. Because there's something new being created today. God is not running faster because of catching up with it. It's just us. It's just, for example, like 10 years ago, you didn't possibly know someone who knew how fast the tech industry is going.
Yes.
Now you know someone who knows 10 things are being launched today.
Amazing. Amazing.
But again, if your plan is not solid, you're a ship running in an ocean that is changing every day. The winds, they say climate change, so the winds are flowing every day, but your ship is not set. So the important thing to have is to be like the story of Daniel, that it is not, Daniel was not taken out to slavery because he was excellent, just handsome and good looking and healthy looking. Then it says he became excellent by study. He was known for his routines. What are your routines?
Amazing. Routines. Wow.
So if your routines are bad or non-existent, then every wind will blow you.
You know, when you've talked about routine, I've remembered my primary school head teacher. As a man who had come from England, very articulate, very organized. If I saw him, I knew it is 7.
Yes.
If I saw him, because he used to live within the school. When I saw him at his gate, it is 7 o'clock.
Yes.
That is routine. So what are your routines? What are your habits? This year, you better get back to good routine, good habits that are going to help your plan to become what our guest has said, routine maintenance. See you after the break.
Support Elevate TV. Partner with us in advancing the kingdom. Did you know that Elevate TV is sustained through the generous contributions of our valued viewers and ministry partners like you? Your financial support enables us to continue broadcasting life-transforming content that promotes a kingdom lifestyle across Africa and beyond. We invite you to send your love gift today and become part of this impactful mission. You can do so through M-Pesa till number 532-9905. And for the international audience, use Wave Remit 0706-655-554. For more information, call or text 0719-666-655. Elevate TV is an award-winning Christian broadcaster reaching millions across the continent and beyond with uplifting Christ-centered programming. Join us in shaping a generation for the kingdom.
A divine appointment is here. Apostle David Juma, together with the Kariobangi North pastors, invites you to the Festival of Hope Crusade.
Hawa ni watumishi wa Mungu, tuwakaribisha katika crusade ya tumaini ambayo inaingia hapa Kariobangi North.
So much excited to invite you to Festival of Hope 2026.
A powerful gathering of worship, the word, healing, and salvation.
Come with the blind, come with the lame. We believe the anointing that will operate in that place will heal the sick.
Come, listen to the word of God and receive Jesus.
Mlete wagonjwa, mlete wale waliodhoofika.
Featuring evangelist John 𝗪𝗓𝗏 from the Netherlands and other anointed servants of God. Music by Street Praise and All Churches Mass Choir, among others.
Utabarikiwa jinsi hujawahi ona kwa maisha yako.
Welcome all, hata watoto.
This is the time for Kariobangi to heal, to change and to transform.
Come and encounter the Lord in a mighty way.
From Thursday 5th to Sunday 8th February 2026, 4 p.m. daily, plus a special pastors and leaders seminar 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Wednesday to Friday, and women and youth meeting on Saturday 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
Vijana tukuje to represent God to the fullest.
Come to jinsi ulivyo, God anakuhitaji.
Let's attend as we turn this city upside down.
Ini yetu tujitokeze.
Muje muone Mungu akifanya mambo makuu.
Venue Kariobangi North, next to the police station.
Wewe mwenye uko Darfur, Gedhembe, Kanyama, Hillstone,
Korogocho, Bright Industry, Lakisama.
Imekaribishwa watu wote wa Nairobi. Karibu kwa hiyo crusade.
Tukutane mahali pale.
Don't miss to come.
Come one, come all.
We'll be happy to have you around.
Na musikose.
Well, we are back talking about routine maintenance of your plan, and that plan will run as long as it is powered by routine and habits that may look uncomfortable, but they have to be done. What must be done to make it successful, because it is in those it is in those moments that the plan takes shape. And my guest, Coach, I think somebody who was invited, he said, "Bwana, this is a good year." Mesikiza akasema this is a good year.
Yes, it is.
I want to ask you something, Coach. I'm thinking about, as we've made the plan, we have done the pre-packs. They are there. We know what to find in table 10. What is a place of opportunities? Because opportunities also are coming up. We are not just talking about the waves. Opportunities are showing up in the year. Opportunities are coming up. And I want you to help us in two ways. One, recognizing or having an eye for opportunities, and how you can, how your pre-packs can maximize those opportunities.
So when it comes to opportunity, I know we have heard this talk a number of times, but it's always worth repeating. The way I have learned to understand opportunities is this opportunity is mine when God's timing and my preparation meet. When God's timing and my preparation meet. One of the things I have decided to believe is that God's timing is always there. I'm not waiting for it.
Yes.
It's always there. The sun came up, it's going to go down.
Yeah.
Timing is there. The issue is my preparation. And when I think of it that way, it means that I need to prepare to take this opportunity. So for example, if I see there's an opportunity here for someone to run cameras here, I can't jump at it now because I'm not prepared. But if I came here and I'm prepared and you said, by the way, we need someone, I just tell you I'm able to do it. I take the opportunity. The timing is there, the opportunity is there. You remember, like you just mentioned, every day someone is launching something.
Yeah.
But who is prepared to do that thing? So for me, the way I look at, I was having this similar conversation with my son this past week, even yesterday, is that I have got to the point where I look at what I'm doing today as preparation for something tomorrow or next year. So the pre-pack for me would be, that opportunity is the pre-pack. How am I preparing now to take it? You see, if you're in the wedding and the pre-packs are going around and you've taken the phone and you've gone to talk to someone on the phone away from the tent, they won't follow you. You're supposed to be in table 9, here is your pre-pack. It's when you come back to the table. So if you're not at the table when the pre-packs are going, you won't get it.
Yeah.
And the thing that I advocate the most is preparation more than looking at the opportunities.
Yes.
In fact, someone taught me that if you do not prepare for an opportunity, you become the opportunity for someone else. So someone will take advantage of you because you're not prepared for that opportunity you're running for. Like right now, one of the things that when I say maximizing the opportunities, my life is at a point where I believe everything that the Bible is relevant for everything in life. And there's a scripture that talks of make the most of every opportunity.
Yes.
And it talks about, especially now as you see the days are evil. It means the opportunities are there. The issue is not the opportunities. The issue is not time. The issue is, are you prepared to take it?
Okay.
And that's where the habits come in. Are you prepared? Remember I talked of Daniel. He prepared by studying.
Yeah.
I like to ask someone, you know, you're doing a Daniel's fast, why? And they say, you know, Daniel, give me the story. And I say, how did Daniel decide that the table is going to be laid with meat and all that? How did Daniel decide, instead of meat, give me this vegetable, which will give me the same protein value as that meat?
Study.
Study. Before you think it was a miracle of vegetables, somewhere Daniel studied and said, if I take that meat I'm being given, it has this particular, but if I take this combination of beans and vegetables, I'll get the same quantity as that. So give me this, and I am sure if you give me this, I will even look better than if you give me that.
Yes.
It wasn't a chance. He studied. Wow. And our challenge is that when we look at opportunities, you want to, as we say it, kujichanua, ruka. But unaruka and you don't have a parachute. I can jump at an opportunity, for example, wake up tomorrow and say, you tell me, come, let's do a talk on TV today afternoon. I can look at my schedule and say, okay, so I'll come. Why am I able to say that? Because I have prepared. Or I can tell you, no, that one I can't come, because what you're asking me to talk about, I don't have that at the moment, but I can find it. One of the greatest lessons I learned in my years as an aviation engineer is that you don't need to know everything, but you need to know where to find it.
Oh.
You don't need to know everything. There could be a problem. It's showing on the lights that there's a problem here with the engine and oil and so on. I don't need to know every nitty-gritty about this, but I need to know, if I'm going to look in the documents, where am I going to look for the document that talks of a bad filter? This chapter, this book, this chapter, and I go. to the point that when I respond and I do it well, I'm able to say, I did this based on this chapter, this reference.
Wow. Wow.
And this being a believer's discussion, if you are to look and say, I've done, these are my opportunities based on this book, this reference, this chapter, how far will you get this year?
You go very far.
Very far.
Yes.
Unfortunately, most of us can't be able to do that. You can't say, I'm doing this because I've read this kind of lifestyle of Daniel. That's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this business venture because of this. I've seen this process. Recently, I was teaching a group, actually last year, recently it's last year, on marketing based on what Jesus did walking from one town to the next town. And we learned a whole marketing plan and advertising for a business. Where can you be able to see and say, my plan, this is my plan, and this thing is based on this and this and this and this principle? Then you're secure. But if your plan is just, I want to make 10 million next year, how? If 100% of what you're saying works, will you actually make 10 million? If yes, what are the things that could limit you? How much time will it, how much effort will it take you to make the 10 million? How much every day, every month do you need to be doing every day, every month to be able to get that 10 million? So that it's not, I want to build a house. Okay, yes, you want to build a house. Do you have a plan? Do you have a drawing? Do you have equipment? How much will it cost? How much, where is it? All that. So let's put it on paper.
Amazing. Before you put it on paper, the place of handling or loss or disappointments in the place of that pre-pack. The cake, I was taking the cake to table 8. Then a nasty guy tripped me. And it fell on the ground. I'm using pictures like you.
Yes.
So what do I need to do?
That one is even a good one because someone else will bring another tray. I think one I've seen very often is that you open the pre-pack and you eat it and you can tell this is a fruit cake or this is just a plain vanilla cake. But that one there, that one looks, it has strawberries.
That one I can see the
that
strawberries.
one I can see the strawberries.
So
this one,
I've been shortchanged here.
I've been shortchanged here, and I'm sitting here pre-packed. Again, it comes to your mindset, because the truth is, as long as we're in this life, you need to understand that you're going to be disappointed. It's not if, it's when. That's why the Lord said, my peace I give to you. Things will happen.
You need that peace.
Things will happen.
Things will happen.
So when you know that, you include that in your plan. That, as you remember I said, you start with, if 80% of the people, let me say for example, if you've started a business, and you see 80% they say fail in this period of time, why do they fail? So start by putting yourself in possibility I'm one of the 80 failing.
Failing, yeah.
So when I start seeing these problems, what do I do? When I start seeing these problems, what do I do?
Yeah.
When I start, there's a group that I mentor, and I usually say, by this point in your life, I'm expecting you to ask me this kind of questions. Why aren't you asking? It's either you're far behind or you're lying somewhere.
Wow.
When you know disappointment is coming, you can be like Christ, looking forward even to the cross. Why?
Amazing.
Because I can see beyond the suffering of these problems, these bumps on the road, beyond this suffering, there is something I can get.
Wow.
But again, if you don't have the plan, you will sit at that, it's like driving a car and you sit somewhere because you've hit a pothole. And you start mourning. Who put this pothole?
Who put this
Why
one?
this pothole? Who has been digging
This
here?
government.
It was not here yesterday. Oh, there's this, that, this and the other. Yet your car is a bit shaken, but it can move to there. So now you're creating jam instead of moving and going to fix the situation.
Wow. I think because of time, let me run again, and because I want us to put it on paper. The place of, we are living in the days when the voice of God is not rare. The Lord told me.
Yes.
God told me.
Yes.
It's become a very common statement nowadays. Some of it you just say, okay, ni sawa. You can't argue with God. Because you know, when somebody comes and tells you, Coach, God has told me you give me these shoes. Now, you may not argue with God, but you may ask him, how do I go home, you know? That withstanding, surely God speaks.
Yes.
And God can give you, right now, I mean, and I'm talking to the brethren now.
Yes.
I'm sure where you go to church, or where, not just where you go to church, I'm sure in your fellowship with God, there's some emphasis that God has placed for you to handle in this year, or some people would say this season. And you have this pre-pack. You have planned. We are not removing the plan. The plan, we have already put it, is here. The pre-packs are on. What happens? And I want to hear your view.
What happens when God speaks?
When he has spoken, when you have done the pre-packs, you have psyched yourself for the year, and you have already said, I'm going to oil this thing with routine. Nitaipaka mafuta na routine kabisa.
So, again, I believe it was a proverb I was reading where it talks of, I'll paraphrase it, so don't, it talks of the plan is for me to make, and then God speaks about it.
It is for man to plan, but it is God who gives success.
It's God who gives success. There's a part of it that talks of also God speaking about something. So when you know that God is the one who's going to bring success, yours is to plan. But when you plan, you present your plan to the Lord. It doesn't mean that I present my plan so that God can rubber stamp and say, sour. Maybe he may not. But you see, we don't even have a plan to present. So when the word comes and says, this is the year of overflow, this is the year of expansion, this is the year of
enlargement,
rest, this is the year of enlargement, this is the year of... And you don't have a plan, you don't know where to put that word. The word has nowhere, no place to be put. So the challenge happens is, you receive a word, I receive a word, I don't have a plan. So because it has nowhere to be placed, any other word comes, I pick that one. So I have like 6 words somewhere, but no plan. So when I feel excited about what you said, that's the word. When I feel, hey, that was go for this one. But God's intent, I believe, is that you will be like him, creative. You have a plan. That's going day 1, day 2, day 2, day 3, pack day 6, day 7, you rest. Day 1, day 2, there's something you're doing. That when he says it, you're able to sit back and say, okay, Lord, what you're saying, what I have, they match or they don't match. Yours is supreme. So does it mean, am I prepared for what you're saying? If I'm not prepared for what you're saying, as we say, God is not confused. It means it's going to come. It's going to come. So what does that mean? In my plan, I include preparation for this thing God is saying.
I include enlargement.
Yes. It means, for example, if I have a plan and then God says, this is the year of enlargement, possibly he's actually telling me that plan of yours is mindogo. It could be. But you have to understand that at the end of the day, I am planning on something that God owns. I am not my own. He has bought me the prize. This plan I'm making is not my own. I am a steward to him. When I say I'm praying that God will say, good and faithful servant, what am I saying? I made a good plan, executed it. Master, here it is. And he looks and says, you planned this, you executed, good and faithful servant.
Amazing.
Let's make the plan.
Let's make the plan.
Yes.
When he speaks, we will allow him to alter it, but it is there.
Sometimes what he speaks becomes the plan.
Becomes the plan.
But you need to know how to make the plan.
Yes.
So that when he says and you need to adjust, you know what to adjust. Yes. You know, there are some things in the plan, for example, even if God, let's say God says it's the year for enlargement. I'm not just going to say now it means I need a second wife. No, that plan is closed. It may mean I need to expand the house for the kitchen. She has wanted an expansion of the kitchen. But not, I will look in the plan. But if I don't know even how to plan, so this word I've received, I can't plan for it. I'm waiting for it just to show up.
Amazing. And you have showed us how to plan. Very simply, what is important to you, what makes you money, and thirdly, what is for fun.
Yes.
What is for fun.
But there's something I learned, I used this year that I would want to add.
Yes, the fourth one.
It's a template. It's a template that anyone can use. It is GPS. It's like a GPS system for tracking. So you need to have a goal, you need to have a plan, and you need to have systems.
Okay, goal, plan, systems. Wow.
Yes. Or you could put it this way, you need to have a goal, and then you break that goal into priorities. Priorities that make you reach that goal. And then you have strategies, how you're going to get there.
Okay.
So you don't just say, I have a goal to make $1 million. Let me talk of money. I have a goal to make $1 million. So what are the 3 plans, 3 things if you do? If you do those 3, you'll make $1 million. What are those 3?
Yeah.
When you have those 3 and you have studied enough to know how those 3 will work to get this $1 million, now you have 3 things that you can create steps. Those are the systems. Those are the strategies, how you're going to do these 3 things. And let me say, not 3 businesses. It could be 3 steps in one business that will make you that. Because again, you may spread yourself too thin. When you have those, your goal, you have your priorities, you have your systems, then you can be able to spread these systems across your year. So you're not just saying, I am intending to make $1 million, so I'm going to sell T-shirts, the ones that were sold recently. T-shirts. I'm going to make $1 million. Okay, how much is a T-shirt? Let's assume it's 500. So that means to make $1 million, I need to sell 2,000 T-shirts, as an example. So now you have the goal, 1 million. You have the plan, the things that you'll do. If you sell 5,000 T-shirts, 2,000 T-shirts at 500 shillings, that's the priority, that's the plan. You'll make $1 million. So now how do you sell those 2,000 T-shirts? I will be in WhatsApp groups, I will put on this, I will create a Instagram, I'll be on YouTube, I'll even have a stall. All those are the steps, the things, the logical steps. I will buy these T-shirts from. I will print or not print. Those are the steps that you're putting below. And those are the ones you're going to spread through the year. Another example of a goal, I'm going to, the ones, I'll be more spiritual this year. You know, the ones you write and you ask, how will you be spiritual? You're saying, I'll just be spiritual. Let's assume that's your goal. Not very clear goal, but at least it's something. So now I ask you, what is that? How do you know that you're now more spiritual? Some people say, I'll have read the Bible more, I'll have prayed more, I'll have reached out more. Whatever you quantify for yourself as more, that's the goal. So what's the plan? So the plan would be to read the Bible. For me to be more spiritual, I'll read the Bible, I'll pray, and I'll reach out. 3 things. Then you're saying those are the plans. So now what are the things you're going to do? What are the systems you're going to do? For me to read the Bible, I'm going to read the Bible through the cover to cover twice this year. So I'll get a reading plan. I'll even do audio Bible. I will have someone hold me accountable. I will journal from it. Those are your things for your Bible. I'll pray more. Means I'll wake up at 4:30. Every day I'll pray for 1 hour. This I'll pray at lunchtime. No, lunchtime I can't. I'm at work. I'll pray in the evening. I'm praying more. I will join a group that is praying this year. The other one, reaching out. I will reach 2,000 men this year. I will talk to every boda. I will talk to every person who carries me on Uber. I will talk to the shopkeeper every time. Now you spread those things you've said across your year. Now you have a plan.
Oh my.
If God tells you this is the year of enlargement, you already had a plan to sell 2,000 t-shirts. Now you ask yourself, can I enlarge to 4,000 t-shirts? What would that mean? It means maybe I may need a stall now. Or it means I need to talk to this person who already has a stall so that we can combine. Because you have this GPS. You have the goal, you have the plan, you have the system, the strategy.
Wow.
So those are the things that are now on your paper.
Okay.
So now if I ask you...
We have already put them on paper now.
Yes. So now if I ask you, what can I pray for you this week? You just go to that paper and you look, this week I'm supposed to... It's written.
So actually you're telling me,
yes,
and you're telling us that even your plan, from your plan, you should have no problem praying because the prayer points are already there.
Yes.
What you need to do this week is there. What you need to do today is there. So you are praying with understanding.
Yes.
You are praying with relevance.
Yes.
Amazing.
And even when you start slowing down and realize, by this time, by this plan, I should have sold 20 t-shirts. I've only sold 2. You yourself know there's something I need to do more so that I catch up with the 20. You yourself know I said I'm going to read the Bible through. I'm just at chapter 5. I'm supposed to be at chapter 10. You yourself know.
You're right.
You yourself know. You're not going to wait till the end of the year and say God did not come through. You yourself know in April that you're behind 3 chapters.
Wow.
You yourself know you're behind reaching out to 5 men. You yourself know. So when the storm comes and now everyone has shifted, you are selling t-shirts and now it's now banned. You can't bring in t-shirts. You have a plan and you ask yourself, can this plan work with trousers?
Because it's there.
Because it's there. Can it work with trousers? Trousers have also banned. Okay, can it work with laptops? The same exact plan, can it work with laptops? Can it work with watches? Can it work with houses? Then you realize, hey, my plan was $1 million. If I was going to sell 2,000 t-shirts, maybe I should just sell 5 houses. And the commission is enough.
Yes.
Then you begin to realize, oh, okay, but you have a goal. You've made the 3 plans and the 5 systems.
Amazing. Wow.
That's when it says, I know the plans I have for you. He's not confused.
Yeah.
Just tap in.
You have not aligned your
just
plan.
Tap in, and all these are things, as I said, Daniel was excellent because he studied. You see, like I said, I studied this just the other day and incorporated in my plan this year. It's not anything new. In fact, possibly if you check YouTube GPS, you'll find there are 2 or 3 variations of it, and it is there. It's not original with me, but it is working.
Studied, and it is working.
Yes. Yeah. So why would you want to go and get stuck somewhere and 3/4 of your prayer is God show me, and I've shown you?
Yeah.
Then now your prayer can change to God, confirm this. God, help me get this. Show me how to do this. Then that's when you say, Happy New Year. For me, it's a Happy New Year.
For you, it's a happy
I'm
day.
not, sijaribu. Unless something significant changes, or I don't do my routines as expected.
Coach, I want to ask you something as we close.
Yes.
When it comes to planning like that, and you know, from you are talking from a very comfortable place. This is your life, you know. From childhood, I mean, you have to agree, we are not taught how to plan. We are planning when we are older, isn't it? You're growing up, you're younger, you're not. Do you think it's something that should be taught right from childhood? How to plan, even how to plan a day.
Let me say, I am like this because
and I want short answers.
Yes, I'm like this literally because I saw my children learn it. My children were homeschooled.
Okay.
And by the first year, my son was making goals for his study for that day and reaching them. And I was making goals I was not reaching. It made me ask myself, there's something wrong. My son is 6 years old. He's sitting there writing what they call a goal card. This is what you're going to read, the number of pages you're going to read, the number of psalms you're going to do, maths, English, these are number of pages, and he ticks. He does it and he goes and he ticks, done, ticks. The ones he didn't do, he knows tomorrow he's coming back to them. He ticks, literally. And I asked myself, if he's 6 years old and he's doing that, what's my excuse? It's just learning.
Coach, I think we have to finish this.
It means we have to just pick it up.
If
at whatever age, yes, it helps to start from childhood.
But it's okay.
But
we thank God.
If
somebody asks me for your number, should I give them?
Yes.
Well, you've had the coach. We cannot continue. The time is already up. I already have a signal. It's time to end. But listen to me. If you have not planned, please let's do this. Let's help ourselves and have a plan that God can breathe in. And this year will be a great year. For us here in Elevate and Life Church International, we are saying it's a year of enlargement. We believe God has already enlarged us. It is for us now to put the plan in place and allow God to enlarge us. God bless you. See you next week as we pick up another matter. See you.